The words I heard were not just words. It was a cry of anguish. And so, to you, please.
Raise our flag in Samaria. Gaza is ancient Samaria. Raise our flag. Crush Hamas.
And so, to the Bibas family, let's join together. Hamakom Yenachem Etchem B'toch She'ar Avelei Zion Yerushalayim. With great respect to our officials, I go back with the Dinowitzes, and to you, Richie. I call Richie my Richie Torah, not just Richie Torah. And while that was a kind of joke, I mean it. God bless you. This is the portion of Behalotcha. And again, I offer the prayer that the hostages rise up. That's the meaning of Behalotcha. And come home. I want to say something about fear. There is nothing wrong with feeling afraid. Fear is an emotion. It's a feeling. And feelings are not right, nor are they wrong. They just are. There is nothing wrong with feeling afraid, but there is something terribly wrong with acting afraid. We cannot control what we feel. We can control the way we act. And the real hero is the one who does right by acting against the internal fear. That's the meaning of the Rebbe who said, the world is a narrow bridge, but the main thing is don't be afraid, don't act afraid. And a word about anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism, as we all know, is a real disease. And it is not simple to stand up against anti-Semitism. Because when we raise our voice against anti-Semitism, we understandably may feel vulnerable as we are bringing more attention to ourselves. I've seen this in travels throughout the world, that people are afraid to stand up and speak truth to that evil. But a cardinal principle of not just activism, but spiritual activism is the following. The more we stand up against anti-Semitism, the more we are protected rather than rendered vulnerable. The more we stand up, the more we're protected rather than rendered vulnerable. It's hot. We're all concerned about everyone's welfare. I, at this point in my life, was hiding in the shade. But I'm looking out. Having passed 80, been at this for 60 years, and what lifts me, seeing young people. As the prophet says, young people will lead the way. Who led the civil rights movement? Young people. And we older folks, we applauded that leadership and joined in. Who led the anti-war movement? Young people. who led the movement to free Soviet Jews and Ethiopian Jews. Young people. And so to all the young people, and no matter how old we are, we're all children. My father died, I was beyond 70 years old. And his last words to me were, just remember, Avrami, you stole my little boy. You stole my little boy. And to all of us, to all the young people, for a moment of final words, let's humbly try to turn into that moment when Moses approaches the palace of Pharaoh as God commanded him to do. Not a God who wants war, but a God who wants peace. And Moses goes forward, and what does he tell Pharaoh? Let my people go. Let them 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 go. And to my grandchildren and all the children and grandchildren serving in Gaza, permit me to our Gavi 9288666. He just finished 13 months of training in one of the toughest fighting units called Fear. He's a Kala, sharpshooter in Haruf. He's going into Gaza this Wednesday. I said to him, I wish you weren't a fighter. He said, but you always stood to be a fighter. I said, I'm too old. I wanted your brothers and sisters to be fighters because I was younger. I've done my share. And this 18-year-old kid said to me, Sabi, grandfather, you've done your share. I have to do my share. I bless you. Go out there. Serve. Ari Neta. Go out there. Serve and give and give and give. However you serve, serve, and let's all be in the spirit of Moses, declaring that as Soviet Jewry was released, as Ethiopian Jewry was released, so too the hostages will come back. So too our soldiers will return healthy. No more Shiva, no more killings as 8 soldiers were lost last week. Together let's declare in our hearts, loud and strong, let them go now. Let them go.